welcome back. And hoping this time, I hope that this part here is gonna be a long one. Like last time, since I was honestly kind of having a bit of low energy and seeing how it was saying a while between the parts. Just thought, hey, let's just upload for people wondering what's going on. So anyway, let's hope this one can be a bit longer. Oh, okay. So looks like this more than likely confirm I am doing the other well. Okay, so let's just begin. Although we're typically okay, although typically called simply vampires, we're divided into two main categories: those who were vampires from the start and those who became vampires. The former are called the former are called true ancestors, and the latter are called dead apostles. The ones you call vampires are the dead apostles. They drain the blood of humans and turn them into their slaves. They're weaker than sunlight, and you can vanquish them with a baptism ritual. Our enemy is one of these dead apostles. It's gone from my enemy to our enemy. Well, I don't mind. She's not wrong, considering the situation I'm in now. Mm. So you're saying these dead apostles are vampires from the start? What do you mean by that? That apostles were once humans. They attained immortality to match it, or had their blood sucked by one of their true ancestors. In a way, the ones that become vampires become immortal. Immortal, even though it's imperfect immortality. Those who were vampires from the beginning and humans who became vampires. What is this? I get the feeling that there is some kind of huge contradiction to all of this. Okay, I can see it. Where do these vampires come from? So then humans can become vampires. I've been assuming that's what he's thinking. It feels like some important fundamental is missing somewhere in this theory. Hey, Shiki, how much do you know about vampire folklore? Let's say just the usual stuff. They suck the blood of virgins, they can bind people just by looking at them, they can turn into missing wolves, just the usual stuff you hear about. Yeah, that's pretty much all true. They drain the blood of virgins because one blood cell more pure before one has exchanged bodily fluids with others. That makes virgin more suitable for repairing the vampire's own degenerating genes. The dead apostles, those the ones that become vampires, have imperfect immortality. Since they become immortal, they won't die from old age. However, they need to replenish their energy frequently, or they'll disappear. All living creatures need nutrients to be able to move, right? It's the same thing. It's just that vampires don't die from age as long as they take in the nutrients. And then apostles suck blood because they need it to stay alive. Immortality is a strain on their originally human bodies. The genes that compose their bodies are different. When they become vampires, they begin to degenerate at an incredible rate. To make up for that, they must drain the blood of others in order to absorb genetic information and stabilize their own bodies. For a vampire, draining blood is not ideal, but it's the minimum requirement for them to continue to exist. This sounds complex and long. I can follow logic, but Arthur nonetheless continues speaking. So, moving on. Hold on. I have to check a bit. Sometimes I kind of slow it in. Okay, so everything so far seems to be talking about the dead apostles. If I'm uh, thinking correctly, and I just want to see it. Hmm. Sorry, but just check to see some things. That's all. Okay. So, move on. The ability to bind someone with just a look is a type of mystic eyes. Eyes and words are both common types of magic circus. So there are many vampires who have mystic eyes. We usually possess the mystic eyes of enchantment. We don't enchant people by looking at them, but we enchant those who look into our eyes. A powerful vampire using mystic eye can impose their own will into the brain of another, then completely dominate their thoughts. But the mystic eyes of a dead apostle doesn't have that much power. A bit of side note, but how much of this thing was I know for a fact that Kanopi was before this, so how much other stuff was something just cooking when he was in high school? I know the general gist of Takeuchi and Nasu meeting each other in high school and their youthful friendship just slowly blossomed into this to uh, make them Nasu to quit, you know, Guardian of Sinner, to Tsukihime and Fate and all that. Really makes you wonder just how much idea he was, stirring. It would just happen inside that head of his and just keep making, turning out, turning out. I hope I uh, giving my thoughts out right. Kinda sometimes can put my thoughts into words. Alright, let's continue. What you call turning to mist is really just making a spare body and control it via the will. Once the part serves its purpose, you cut the flow magical energy to the offshoots and naturally returns to dust. Wolves and other animals are formation are a byproduct of a vampire's repent its and the body from its familiars. For a vampire living on our time, stabilizing their bodies with normal life is not sufficient. Humans are not fundamentally powerful animals, so it's more efficient to repair someone's bodies by absorbing these, as they surpass the human species in this respect. Vampires who repair their body with ease can return zombies to their previous forms and use them as familiars when they need to. Hmm. When I heard there are even 1,000-year-old vampires whose bodies are made up entirely of familiars. I believe we all know who this is. They say he contains 666 weeks, yep, within his body or something like that anyway. I think Okra is gonna lose too wrapped up in her own speech. Yeah. Oops, oh fuck, sorry. I forgot to do this. Apologies. Yeah, that was one giant expedition job. To be honest, I'm not finding this word easy to understand. Yeah, that's about it. It's just an explanation of the very basics. But now, do you know what a vampire is? Well, I suppose the reality of our career being a vampire begins to feel harder and harder to accept. Now it's my turn. Actually, there's something important I forgot to ask you. Sorry, ask. Sorry, something wrong with the talk. Ask, ask you too. What? You're not going to learn anything from me. I'm not a vampire or anything, just an ordinary student. Hmm. Then let me ask you this, Yuki. How exactly did you kill me? Huh? I'm asking about the method you use. I'm res- I'm resistant to against stuff like runes and Kabbalah, so those don't work on me. The only things I'm not resistant against is magic I've yet to experience, which is probably limited to the ancient Shinto in this country and the treasures in South America. No, not even those would kill me that much. Answer me, Shiki. What kind of occult artifact do you use to inca- incapacitate me to that degree? Occult artifact? What's that? A catalyst which stores ideas and history. Geez, you got sacred treasure in this country too, don't you? They're usually something like staff and swords, dual and max, conceptual weapons that can be used against nature itself. Come on, Shiki. Are you sure you're not someone from one of those fields? What field? I told you, I'm just a student. I don't know anything. That's a lie. There's no way a human who's not even a magus can hurt me. Are you hiding something from me, Suki? Akoi gives me an angry cat-like stare. But even if she looks at me like that, I'm not hiding anything. Oh wait, yeah, actually, actually, there is one thing. I'm not sure whether it's relevant, but Akoi is still staring at me. It doesn't seem like I'll be able to keep quiet about it. Alright, I tell you, but how should I put this? I can. Oh, sorry. Oh, I can see these lines that can be used to cut things. Yeah? Oh, she's done. She should be. Normally, I don't think anyone who would believe a story like this. What do you mean? Akure asks. Am I saying this right? Because I'm kind of convinced that I'm saying it like an ask, ask, ask. I hope I'm saying that right, or hoping you can understand me again. Sorry for the weird accent and all that. In a serious tone. She's not exactly normal. I should have known she would defy my expectation in a good way. I mean, I see these lines where things can be cut. Living things, the ground, anything touchable. It's like a black line. I can cut things clean when I let anything sharp through it. Does that mean anything to you? It's convenient to cut steel with a knife and all, but it's not like I can cut it anywhere I like. I can only cut things where I can see the lines, and when I cut you, well, you can cut a gold skin with just a knife, right? Calculate, I serious as he glanced at me. Those wild eyes that I've seen only once before. So I admit, and I'm taking this just for thumbnail purposes if needed be. I guess I could stop that reading. I see. I thought the mystic eyes of death perception only existed in fairy tales. But I guess there is someone who can use them. A mutated monster like you. What? I don't think a vampire can call me a monster. A monster is a monster. There isn't anyone, even amongst us, with mystic eyes that can see the depth of things. See the depth of things. Aqua nods in affirmation with an in what the hell? In inimical inimical gaze. That's underword, sorry. A circle must have opened in your eyes, City. Were you born with eyes like that? No, they become like this a long time ago, but wasn't born with them. Hmm. And you must have had at least one near-death experience at some point, right? Well, it's true. 8 years ago, I got in an accident where I almost died. Just as I suspected. You had a latent ability, but that must have been the trigger. The mystic eyes of death perception. Uh, yes, with those you could definitely kill even me. With a small sigh, our gray eyes returned to normal. Great. Do you know something about these eyes? Not to the extent you would, but I do have some information. What you see is the end of all things, the point where things die easily. To put it simply, the time of death for everything in existence. That is, death itself. I remember now, that time, when Sensei gave me these glasses. She had told me something similar to what Akira said. And there's a subtle, how do you say this? Subtle, 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 subtle difference to what Sunset said and what Akira said. What I'm seeing is only lines, and not something as disturbing as death. What are you saying? When I see are just lines where things can be cut. I'm telling you, those lines are the depth of the object. Listen, City, everything in existence has an end. There are differences to when, but it's an end nonetheless. That the death does not arrive, it is already contained within the object as its creation, and it's bound to happen someday. This is what it calls the principle of causality. You've heard of that before, right? As long as something has an origin, it must have an end. When it will end is determined from its beginning. That is so called time of death. So as it already exists from the beginning, it's not impossible for one to see it with their eyes, given that they can comprehend the concept of a time of death and they have the appropriate circuits in the brain and eyes. That, that's the truth behind those lines you see. This is nothing more than the general concept, but if I were to theorize, I would say that they are the weakest part of the joints between the molecules in something, or perhaps a predestinated switch within the genetic makeup that activates the death of that object. But that doesn't really make sense. Hmm. I can see them, so I can say for sure, but the lines aren't all you can see, are they? I would think there would be points more than lines. Uh, that's right. When I first saw Oculate, when I wasn't myself, when I took off my glasses, I could see the usual scribbles and black points where the scribbles seemed to flow from. There were. It only happened that one time, but definitely I saw black points. There were several on the body, and the black lines flow between them, joining them up. If I had to make an analogy, I would say they were like blood vessels. I see. The lines where things die. The lines where things die easily, and death itself, huh? I'm surprised you stay alive up until now like this. You must have a very tranquil heart, City. Okay, I say this so, philosophically. In my own way, I understand what you say, but I don't want to believe anything. What? There's no way that sort of thing exists, alone me being able to see it. Well, you are seeing it. Usually, when you cut a living being's neck, they'll die. It's make it stop. It means it stopped because you've cut it. Conversely, you can say that if you can cut something next, it won't die. This is about me, so just consider an exception. But in your case, you can ignore the cause. Even against that which is immune to all external effects, you kill first. But it's killed, then becomes dead. Isn't it? It's not that it stopped because you cut it, but in your case, you stop the object, and as a result, it is cut. See? What else can I call you but a monster? You may just call them lines along with something that can cut, but those are more special than those possessed by any other user of supernatural power in history. You, Shiki, have the eyes that can kill anything, just like death itself. I'm at a loss for words. That really is what I see. Just like Oculus is saying, no black lines really are like the time of death for all things, and everything around me is filled with death. So what? If it's all you, as you say, I should be able to kill you. Really? Then let's try it. Oculus opens the curtains. The lights are off. The only illumination is the bright moonlight coming in through the window. Come on, it's alright. Try it. Seriously. Wait. Could be you can see them with those glasses on? Are you sure about this? I take my glasses off. Only to see the lines, of course. And at the same time, the room begins to white with the black lines. Outside the window, the moon is white. And difficult to see in the daytime due to the strong sunlight, but under the bright moonlight, I can even see the glow coming from the lines. I miss them. The lines on our bodies are very thin. When I don't concentrate, I lose sight of them altogether. Hmm. That's right. It is. I lost sight of them altogether. So maybe this is a typo, I think. Uh, if I hadn't been killed by you, I think you'll be able to see at all. But right now you can properly see them. You see, although I have no time of death during the night, sorry, some do appear during the day. You could kill me because it was during the daytime, but you can see my time of death during that time now, so now I use up a lot of energy to regenerate myself. In other words, I lost my immortality, so you can cut the lines of my body. So, can you cut the lines of my body? Again, sorry. Let's see. I think I probably could, since the lines are there, but I said I could do it so bri- briskly and without hesitation like that time before. I think it'd be hard. The lines keep fading in and out, so I probably couldn't do it unless you're sleeping. You can't, right? That's your biggest weak point. No matter how many depths you can see, you need to trace the lines with your own hand. No matter how weak I am right now, my athletic ability is so low that I'll be caught by you. I see. Come to think of it, I can catch our animals. That means I can touch their bodies. In other words, if I can see its lines, I can kill anything that moves. Ow! I feel a stab of pain run through my head, and the lines give me a headache, so, just like it did when I was a child. I put on my glasses and the world returns to normal. Awkward is staring intently at me. What? Is there something else? No, that's not it. You can see the lines if you put those glasses on. Yeah, I got them from someone a long time ago. When my eyes first became like this. I'm only using the lenses now, but thanks to them I can lead a normal life. I see. Yes, I see. No matter how strong a mind you may have, your only choice when faced with death all the time would be to put out your eyes or go mad. Saying that, Alfred comes closer. Hey, can I take a look at them? No, these are important to me. I'm not handing them over to you. Come on, I'm not going to break them. I'm just going to look at them. Alfred creeps closer. I got the feeling she wouldn't be averse to getting them by force. I, I don't remember this one. Don't mind me with the choice. Anyways, and with it, this is still the Alcalades out now. Bye, just for a little bit. Let me see. Hmm. It is still, oh. Okay, I am now not into Alcalades God that wasn't paying attention before. Alcalades doesn't look like she's going to give up. Fine. Come back as soon as you're done looking. I hand her my glasses. Alcalades stares intently at the glasses and then looks at me with frightening eyes. Siki, is the person who made these glasses in the city right now? I don't think she is. It's been 8 years and it seems like was only here for a week. I see. That's good. I don't have to deal with more. Well, it's probably safer not to deal with Blue in the first place, anyway. Okay, we change to our thoughts. Okay. You know Sensei? I mean, the person who made these glasses? I know her. A sorceress. She is one of only four of her kind. The glasses are truly a masterpiece. Even I can't break them. Our face grows even more serious. Wait, you are going to break them? Eh? Did I say that part out loud? I knew it. You are going to break them after all. I retrieved the glasses from Margaret. Jeez, you're the one who just I couldn't stay sane without these glasses. Or do you want me to go crazy? That's not what I meant. I just didn't like how you trusted them so much. Hey, listen, you. Jeez. Somebody please tell me how a mind like hers works. It's true my memories of sunshine are precious to me, but more importantly, I can live without them. If I to see the night 24 hours a day, I think I'd die from a headache before I went mad. Hmm, I suppose there must be a strain on the brain from being able to see death. Yeah, that's definitely some kind of reason for those eyes of yours, but this is all I can tell you for now. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there's definitely some kind of reason for those eyes of yours. I can tell for now. We can, if we get the chance later, I'll go over it in a little more detail. That's alright. I'm not into long stories anyway. Is that so? Personally, I enjoy talking to other people. After it gives a carefree laugh. It really does seem like she enjoys doing nothing more than talking. 90 cents. Uncle sits on the bed and we both stare absent-mindedly at the clock. It passed 4 in the morning, about an hour to dawn. Just one more hour, but the only has happened now, and Uncle shows no sign of tension. We're surrounded by complete tranquility. Somehow, I'm beginning to believe that tonight might just end like this. Hey, Chicky, Uncle calls me again. What? I don't have anything else to talk about. Really? But it's just a waste not to talk. Now that we're in a situation like this. Listen, how many hours do you think I have to put up with your nonsense talking? 6 hours. That's much. Sorry. That's making me more tired than keeping watch. Always give me a dissatisfied glare. That's right. For some reason, Always has been talking to me for 6 hours straight. I told her she should sleep if she was feeling weak, but she replied words. It's more fun to talk. So in the end, we end up facing each other and talking the whole time. Uh, I just don't know what she's thinking. Cool. To top things off, I'm hungry. Come to think of it, my last meal was breakfast, so I haven't eaten anything for a whole day. Why don't you eat something if you're hungry? We're in a five hotel after all, so you can call room service. That's okay. I lost my sense of tension and I feel my stomach now. More importantly, so you be getting something to eat. You're weekend, but you aren't sleeping. So you should at least get something to eat. If you're not going to eat, then neither am I. Normal food is meaningful in its own way, but it's more to eat by myself. Normal food? There's nothing normal or special about. Ah, wait. Upgrade is a vampire. I suppose to her, food will mean drinking someone's blood. Or is that? I guess being a vampire, you wouldn't usually consume much except blood. She doesn't look like it, but Upgrade is a vampire. She says the vampire need the blood of humans to survive. Then, then just how many people has she drained blood from, and how many people has she killed before? I sneak a quick glance at her face. I can't imagine. Even though I know she's a vampire, for some reason, I can't imagine her sucking on anyone's blood. What? Is that something on my face? She, she meets my gaze, and I quickly look away. Awkward continues to stare at me, and then gives me a laugh of comprehension. Are you curious? About what? About how many people I sucked blood from? She completely read my mind. Awkward's mouth grows even wider, and I don't like it. Well, of course I'm curious. I am helping you, so if I don't know, I won't have an idea about when you might have a change of heart and try to attack me. That would really be a problem. I see. Awkward says. Well then, here's your question. How many people blood have I sucked so far? She bounced lightly up. from the bed and walks into the window. How many people? That's Arthur keeps a cheerful smile and suddenly looks in my direction with an air of delight. Damn it, it's obvious he's trying to provoke me. Fine, I'll answer. Let's see. It has to be in the hundreds. Sorry, you're off. Then in the thousands. Nope, that's wrong too. Arthur laughs like this is so funny. Somehow this feels good and frustrating. Damn. Then, well, I doubt it's the case, but in the tens, that's one too. Oh, really? 10, hundreds, thousand. Do you really see me as that sort of person? That's so mean. That will make me indiscriminate. Am I wrong? Vampires are indiscriminate, aren't they? Even humans can hunger me, they might be alive. And when it is a matter of life and death for you, you wouldn't be picky either. Yes, that's true, but I haven't touched blood these last 800 years, nor have I ever killed an ordinary human. And, oh, sorry. Wait, is that true? It's the truth. After all, I'm afraid of sucking blood. Huh? Afraid of sucking blood? You got me kidding, right? Why am I that afraid of sucking blood? Why? I suppose. Oops, sorry. Oof. I suppose I'm a coward. That's why I'm a failure as a vampire. Aqua's grumbles as he looked up at the night sky from the window. She stays like that for a long time, continued to look up at the sky. Her white back looks vague, and over, as if she was merely an illusion. I see, a failure, I whispered. I feel relieved. Somehow that makes me happy. Of course, it's only natural to believe, because now I know the person that's standing before me is some kind of vicious, evil being. But now, if I were to believe what she says, I won't just be killed by her at random, so I'm safe. But I feel like that's not the only reason I believe. Damn it, what's wrong with me? Being a believer was something like this. Okay, be happy over something like awkward as being a failure. Ah, suddenly I feel a faint dizziness. Suki, what's wrong? You're struggling an awful lot. No, it's just this twinge of pain in my head. I realized something was shocked as I returned to Arcade, the window behind Arcade, and the glass within the city streets still stuck in the darkness of night. A blue crow is looking in my direction. Ducks! I can no more than stare at the thin figure through the window. Arcade is trying to work the windows too. Okay, seriously. When people first heard this, how the fuck do you say this? Nero? Yes, I know it's Nero, but how the fuck do you say it when it's nervous? Yeah. It seems that someone just randomly smashed the keyboard and just this is what comes up. Indeed, I have finally found you, princess of the true ancestors. From somewhere, a force of will flows into the room. Uncle's eyes are full of enmity and meeting. Outside the window, the girl gives a loud, high-pitched scream. This is it. I am heading there right now. The blue coal flies off. All that remains in the dark night and the white moon. Suddenly, boom, with a heavy noise, the roof shake violently. No, to be more precise, the entire hotel shook from that impact. No, from the moment I joined us, you'll see if I can up the music up just a teensy bit. There we go. What the hell? I get up from the bed. Awkward is silent, man, her lip with a vexed expression. Awkward, that's shaking just now. She doesn't answer. Say something. That wasn't an awkward, was it? Okay, sorry. Still feels a bit low. Okay, I hope this is okay for the volume. If I had to guess, it felt more like someone had run a large dump truck into the hotel lobby at full speed. It was that kind of impact. Ah, great, she just answered. If I listen closely, I can hear noise from downstairs. Oh, great, face is grave. She said she was powerless right now. That's probably why she's not saying anything. Only time has by 2 minutes. It's been 2 minutes of an impact, but the hotel is awfully quiet. Margaret remains still, just smiling her lips as if I wish withstand something. I can see a joke, yeah, blood slowly flowing down from her lips. Margaret, is she worried? Frustrated? She remains still, almost like she embracing herself, bearing with something. She said, "Well, leave the room." Oh, sorry. She said she wouldn't leave the room. Then, what am I here for? No, shit. Uh, first choice, huh? Ooh, okay. What? Okay, let's think here. Go outside or stay here? You know what? I think I'm just gonna stay here for now. I believe as long as alcohol is under the roof, probably going outside would be dangerous. Let's just see. Oh, okay, that's something. Gripping the knife with one hand, I hold my breath. Alcohol is silent too. She looks like she's being careful what's around her. The floor below is really noisy. After a shock woke up and decimated by complaining to the hotel people. It's 2:04 in the morning, but in Seoul the noise is as loud as that of a festival. Even that falls silent a few minutes later. The noise disappears. That sickening silence. The lights go out. At the same time, the sound of countless things hitting the door. Are you prepared, Shiki? Uncle whispered in the dark. Prepare for what? I don't even have to ask her. If the man here was a mistake, then that question was also a mistake. I turned towards the door at the sound of it breaking. No sound escaped from my mouth. So I turned well, but white tears filled my vision. The time more capable consumed me whole. Somehow I able to come tell the jaw of a shark. Possibility. Oh, okay. I believe this is about it. With a thumb, what remains my blood, my body falls to the floor. What falls in my head, the thing below my face have been consumed in one bite. That is the last scene I ever see. Okay. Oh, there we go. The first balance. Hello, this is Bonjour. This corner is for the unlucky chronicles who usually handling at the dark. Dragon again. More like the first. Then it is time for Kiss Me, Xiao Sensei. Now we will start second period. This time we will present the first six in and Silver's Animal Land. Second Silver's Animal Land from the series that gives detailed observation of wild animals. Sensei, I have a question before that. I forgot you. You know what? That name sounds really stupid. In Japanese, your, you can read your name as Chiao. Question denied. Now then, Toroku. I think it was to be prudent, but this time it seemed to have backfired. Basically, you are a hero, so the weaknesses will be forgiven. They will be forgiven, but in a case with an assault ammo like a shot, I guess you couldn't do much. You just have to abandon awkward this time around. Hey, I don't want to hear that from jail. Abandon her. Yeah, no violence. Anyhow, please prepare yourself to explore the hotel alone. Inside, you'll find a whole animal kingdom. As the representative of farmers, let's show the beast what we got. Okay, let's go back here and go dot. Sorry, but let me go back and check something. Sorry. Oops. Oh dear. Um, oh dear. Okay, I'll be right back. Sorry. Okay, back again. Sorry about that. Looks like it was lacking. Starting to work again. Okay, so let's just continue on, shall we? I should go check out what's happening outside. Alright, I decided what to do from the very beginning. Taking the knife from my pocket, I walked out up to the door. Suki, I'm going to check things out. Don't leave this room till I come back. I stepped out into the hallway, shaking off awkward look that he wants to say something. No one is in the hallway. I can hear from inside, but the hallway is noisy. It's not that the door is noisy. Rather, the noise is coming from beneath my feet. There's some kind of ruckus on the floor below. I can hear the noise of other people talking. I suppose the Empire just walked the dead in the depths, and they are complaining to the hotel. Nothing looks strange so far. I walk down the hallway. The noise from downstairs is like the sound of ocean waves, noisy and yet so very solitary and inactive. My fingers gripping the knife feel numb. A chill runs over the back of my neck. There's something near my temple. Pain emerging from the back of my eyes. The door and I walk down the hallway. It hurts. My eyes hurt. My head grows heavy. And I feel a lifting sensation, like I'm about to collapse right here. Yeah, I know what this is. Without doubt, this is the feeling I get right before I collapse from my anemia. Again, sorry about that. Okay, look guys, they finally recorded the previous one before I resume this one. Ah, it hurts. It hurts. Unable to withstand it any longer, I remove my glasses. I can see the elevator. A long hallway. It must be more than 10 meters from here to the elevator. And then, ding dong, the elevator comes up to the 11th floor. I can see the lines on the elevator door. No, they're too dense. They look almost pitch black. The door opens. The small steel box opens. Inside the box, crammed to the point of overflowing, is human flesh. Inside that steel box, called an elevator, the red meat of human is ground and pushed in. Inside, two black dogs are vicariously feasting away on something. What? I stop breathing. At my brain, which just froze, my lungs stopped as well. I can't breathe. But that isn't important. My vision turns crimson. With a bubbling sound, blood pours out of the elevator. Amidst the ocean of blood, people arms, feet, bones, brain, finger, organs, and other parts. The two black dots are only form of life. My very first instinct refused to type in the sea. Down the hallway, two black dots are picking at the human corpses. If I listen carefully, I can still hear sound coming from downstairs. If I listen carefully, there are the sounds of gorging, the chewing of meat, cries for help, and a dead scream of people which can't even call words anymore. What is this? Though there's no way to see it. Before my eyes, the image of dozens of bees eating the people in the hotel alive. A man running down the hallway, trying to escape, but the phantom car descended from the ceiling and sliced him open from his nose to the back of his head. A girl locking herself in a room, crying, but to the lines, the door is no stronger than paper, and within seconds, they demolished it into an unrecognizable shape. Striving madly to be the first one there, people dancing for the elevator, but within it, the black doors waiting inside decimating them. The instant the doors open. At any rate, there is no exception. Beneath my feet, within this huge box called the hotel, is a scene from hell I can feel down to my very bones. I feel like throwing up, but I can't do that. If I just stand around and do that, I've become a part of that Red Sea. Ah, 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 ah. I resume my breathing. I grit my teeth hard. The dogs inside the elevator notice me. All sounds from below have ceased. Ah, in other words, there's no longer anyone alive. The black dogs begin to run, of course, towards me, the last prey. Ah, the black dogs is coming for me. On their bodies, I can see an infinite number of lines, and on their foreheads, the point of death. And but even so, my paralyzed mind does not order my body to fight or run. The first black dog leaps. It belies all human comparisons. It doesn't even take 2 seconds to cover the 10 meters down the hallway. They open their mouths filled with fangs so many times sharper than the knives I have, and are aimed straight at my throat, are accurate and fast. The instant I realize they are drawing upon me, the fan bites into my throat with a crunch. I die, but that's not right. I can't be killed by something like this, and I refuse to die. The death of others would not cause me to hesitate. And a hot summer day. It happened long ago, 8 years ago. I seen something even more terrible. Thrust. I thrust my knife into the forehead of the black dog bit into my neck. My arm moved just before the black dog ripped through my throat. It was done so perfectly, even for myself, like a machine whose sole function is to cut. I plunged the knife into the dog's forehead without any useless and wasted movement, because that is where the dog's first point was. Normally, even if the brain is destroyed, the muscle tries to execute the command they have received from the brain. The black dogs would probably have ripped through my throat even if I had pierced its head. Well, normally that would happen, but the black dog is dead. Death is a complete stoppage. At the point where I killed it, it lost every form of validity. The first dog falls into the ground. In this place, the second dog is flying straight at my face. I thrust the knife right into its open mouth, but that was a mistake. The dog's point is not on his face, but on his chest. Just stabbing in the mouth would not kill it. The knife pierced through the dog's mouth and into the back of his head. Naturally, the hand holding the knife is still remains in the dog's mouth. Ah, the black dog is still alive. Its jaw shut. The jump into my arm and the hand holding the knife is bitten. I'm about to be ripped apart. But my thought returns with the pain. Ah, you have to be kidding me. It, it has. it as if I'm just let him chew to my arm by stabbing in the mouth. While I try to pull my arm out. The dog's teeth are deep in my arm. It doesn't seem like I can pull it off. More importantly, this black dog, despite having been pierced in the head, is still filled with life. Even though I lifted after piercing his head, it shakes and lands on top of me. I fall onto the floor. I still can't pull my arm out. Black dog is still pierced in the head, applies more power to its bite. My arm is surely going to be torn off. I can't believe this. No dog I'll be able to fight anything in that state. You, I feel something wet. I can see blood spewing from the black dog's mouth. Is it the black dog's blood leaking from its knife wound to the head? Or is it the blood coming from my arm, about to be ripped off, torn off? To be honest, my head is too messed up feeling the pain. So it's in a big deal which one is it? It is. Let go! I try to wrestle away from the black dog, but it is firmly attached to my arm. I can't escape. I can't run away. If I want to escape, I have no choice but to kill it. But how? The hand is binding off is the one holding the knife. So, sorry, I'm on the ground. So even supposing I did pull my hand out, the right now isn't about dog will be free to bite through my throat. Ah, it's okay. Calm down, Shiki. First you got to establish the relation well, and then think calmly about it. That's the kind of thinking you always kept. In that case, I can do something. For example, there are plenty of lines on the back of his head. Uh, quite hard, but I think it's hard to think calmly when you're being about to be mauled to death by a black dog that seemingly can still survive being stabbed through his head. It's just a shame, and I can see the black points on its chest. The way to survive is awfully simple, but I have no doubt about it. Who's executed this plan? No matter how savage and evil creature it is, to do something like killing a panting, gasping creature that's so alive, is close to me, is something I'm hesitant to do. Okay, I think you should think that this is something that kill other people. A shit ton of other people, man. See, the pressure of my arm increases. My entire arm is only going to be the off at this stage. But even so, I just can't seem to do something so cruel. Where blood goes down into my face. Going down my forehead, it drips into my eyes. Crimson darkness soaks into the back of my eyes. Red. My conscience sways and then is gone. But even so, I can't bring myself to kill a living creature. What hypocrisy. You kill something much bigger than a mere dog. Yes, that's right. But that time was different. I was insane when it was awkward. Even when I killed the other black dog in just a moment. That was unrelated to my will. Right now, this is very much of my own will. In a sense, I say, Siki, use this power according to your will and no one else. That's why, as myself, right now, I could never take a life for granted. That too is hypocrisy. Before, not long ago, ah, that is a nightmare from my childhood. See, what are you waiting for? Okay. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, I believe this is the other Shiki talking right now. Yeah, this is a Shiki. Yep. And then he's respond to that, and that this is true. He's talking about the event from long ago when he was a kid. See, what are you waiting for? That is the secret with a capital or capitalized letter. It will have some day. Kill or be killed. Before my eyes, but shook the shadow of a boy. You've already hot, red blood on my hands. Haven't you killed someone once before? Ah, I thrust. I don't pull, but when I thrust deeper into the black dog's head, I can hear his yelping right in front of me. I think the black dog is crying out. With my arms in his mouth, I could not probably cry, but it's crying anyway. I'm sure that's how much it's hurt must hurt. I don't care. I placed the knife deeper along my arm. Without a sound, the blade of the knife punched out the back of the black dog's head. It as if the dog had gone horn. Having split the skull, I easily slashed through his skin. Blood and brains spray out as the knife completely emerged from the back of the head. Also, the hand gripping the knife saw completely through. But even so, the black dog is still alive. Even then, there's only one thing I can do. I reach around with my other hand, peeling the knife from my blood-drenched fingers. I grip the knife from my free hand. And just like that, I toss into the pond on the black dog's chest. And with that, the black dog dies. The sweat drained from his jaws, and I easily pull my arm back. Oh, it wasn't torn off at all. I look at my blood-covered arm. There are many teeth marks, but the flesh is almost free of wounds. The blood may have been from the blood loss when impelled to the head. The painful one always might be a bit and was quite true though. But I feel myself apparated many times over. Lying there on the ground, I looked up at the ceiling. My head hurts. The world became a patchwork. And here and there, I could see the black punch of death. My body is freezing, and my mind is burning feverishly. Right beside me lay the corpses of two black dogs. One of my arm is covered in blood, but the other clutches a red knife. Also, there are quite uncountable number of dead bodies downstairs. All I can do is laugh, because this is real. There's no way this can be real. At what point did I, with my eyes wide open, start seeing a nightmare? Ding dong. Eh? A terrible out of place cheerful sound ring out. Damn it! What was this headache? I stand up and join the race of pain in my head. Elevator? It seems the sound is on the other elevator. It's the other elevator coming up. The doors open. Beside stand a man wearing a black coat. The head is boxing. He's, yes, I've seen him before. I'm sure I've seen that man before. Silently, he walks towards me. You. I ready my knife as I glare at him, but he doesn't react at all as he walks towards me. It's as if he doesn't notice me at all. The distance between us shrinks. Just a little more, when there is barely 1 meter between us, and the man finally seems to notice me. Those bloodshot eyes. The instant I see those eyes, which no human should possess, I lost all freedom to move my body. I thought I'd kill everyone, but it seemed like there's still so left. The man turns and looks at the corpses of the two black dogs. You pieces of filth. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Again, thumbnail purposes. If you can't even take care of a scrap of meat, you're unworthy to be part of my body. The man voices his displeasure as he raises his hand. It goes to lift out like a mantle, broken. With a splash, the black dogs remain liquefied and disappear into the mantle. Ah, I can't even scream. Below the mantle is a pure darkness, without even the trace of an outline. All that exists there is a mud-like darkness. This is dangerous. The guy is just too dangerous. An instant sound the alarm wild in my head. but I can't even lift a finger. The man in the black coat approaches. It's not good if I just stay here. The unstoppable head that grows to an unbearable level tell me this place is dangerous. Whatever that means. If I don't get out of his zone, I'm going to lose my life. But it's too late. The man is right before me. Those eyes aren't looking at me at all. Feet. He raises one of his arms. Below it lies a chaotic darkness. From there, something huge appears. Warmth. The sound of wind. The sound which has appeared from below the man's coat is a crocodile mouth, easily large enough to swallow a man's whole. I, I'm going to die. Right here in an instant, crunch up like a ball of paper. Just as I was convinced of this, someone pulls me back. Someone come. What? I can't believe it. Instead of me, the jaws of the crocodile comes into the stomach of Alfred, who just pulled me out of the way. Again, sorry. Alfred's face contorts in agony. She draws back before she is completely devoured from the crocodile's maw. The man silently watches Alfred glares back at him with a pained expression. Her mission is staying in red. I can't believe a vampire named Chaos who plays such trivial games. It's like a poorly scripted nightmare. Evil Chaos. I feel the same way. To catch one of the surviving two ancestors. And a dream I would be part of just a sorry, I would be a part of such a foolish festival. This is a nightmare for me too. The man called Nero quietly lowers his arm. The coat returns to its former position, and a crocodile mouth disappears underneath. The man looks only at Arcade. It's as if he's not concerned at all about me, standing behind him with my knife raised. But what is going on? I have heard that the previous executioner could not even scratch you. What kind of mistake is this? Right now, your presence is exceedingly weak, even weaker than a mere member of the dead. Were you attacked by the justice before I arrived? Arcade Bunstad? Arcade says nothing. The man fishes his emotion and stares at her. I don't understand. There are only a limited number of conceptual weapons capable of harming you. The only people in possession of those are the church assassins, and I don't think the Bureau of Aging would dispatch anyone this far east. The man snaps his eyes slightly as he turns around. In a way, this is the most fortunate for me. I should have asked why you have been weakened. All I'm going to do is clean your hair while I have a chance of winning. Hold my knife prepared for his attack. But having opened his that he was going to take ahead, the man now disappeared towards the elevator. It seems by the scream the man in the black coat is now leaving the hallway from the elevator. Sorry. Huh? Now I got absolutely no idea what's going on. But the man, the two dogs who attacked me, the nightmare like reality of attack on this hotel, none of it. See, Uncle leans on me. Ah, it's a terrible wound. Though her stomach stopped bleeding, her face couldn't stop with pain. It happened to me seconds ago. The wound she got from protecting me from that man. Why did you? Yes, I underestimated him slightly. I thought I could help you and dodge him. But you did really well, Shiki. I guess the wound I got from you wasn't so trifling after all. Our face, twisted in pain, turns into a small joking smile. You it! I can't watch her any longer. The wound she got was for protecting me, and the reason she got it was because of me too. There's no place for that stupid smile of her. Aqua leans into me, slightly closing her eyes. Hold on, don't close your eyes, you idiot. Gotta hold yourself. You're a vampire who can't die at night, right? Well, that's true, but it seems like I'm at my limit. What? Sorry, but could you take me back into my room? Aqua waist falls onto me. Hold on, that's If she dies, hey, I call out to Margaret, who has quietly closed her eyes, and then I can hear her happily breathing in her sleep. I shouldn't have bothered warning Margaret is only sleeping, telling me to take her back into her room like that. How selfish of her. It really was selfish of her, but there's no helping it in this situation. Besides, if we stay here in this hotel any longer, I have a feeling we'll be in a lot of trouble. The, the headache won't stop. I guess I have to rest too or I'll faint. Grace's room, oh, that place. I've never been there once, but I definitely remember it. In that case, no point staying here any longer. Carrying on, Gray, I decided to quickly leave the hotel. The city is slightly lit up. Fortunately, it's too early in the morning for anyone to be awake, so I get to Arthur's room without being seen. I see. That's how it is. Then I finally realized why that man left. The streets are becoming too big, covered with a faint orange light. I guess dawn is breaking already. Okay, I believe that should be enough for now, huh? Okay, that should be enough for now. Ooh, I hopefully that is this is probably the longest one for so far, but okay, from the first expedition dump to a fight with Nero. Hope you enjoy and see you next time. Goodbye.